My name is Sandra and I'm here for business. The minority spokesperson on finance, Kingsley Atoye-Ford, has warned government to raise sanctions from the World Trade Organization and other trade bodies if it goes ahead with a benchmark valuation of some goods at the port. He says the valuation is illegal and a breach of the Customs Act. He was speaking at a lecture organized by the NDC in Accra.
The government approach will not yield the needed relief that Guta and our brothers and sisters who are importers wanted. No. Unfortunately, the World Trade Organization, World Customs Organization, and our laws, the Customs Act, frowns on benchmark valuation.
Okay.
It is something that is prohibited by World Trade Organization, World Customs Organization, and the laws of Ghana.
I see.
Per the laws of this country, the Customs Act, customs can only apply the import duties as approved by Parliament on invoice values. Benchmark values are only used for the purposes of risk management and cannot be used, obviously, to apply for what do you call it, import duties purposes. So, for instance, as he rightly said, if you bring in a cable and your invoice value is 4, customs benchmark value, that is the gazetted customs opinion, what it's supposed to be, and assuming they say 6. That's 6. You are staying at 4 and they are saying 6. So there's a difference of 2.
Yeah.
What the Vice President is saying is that 2% will be reduced by 50%. Not
okay. So
the
the difference.
The difference.
Okay.
And that is why I'm cautioning Ghanaians not to celebrate as yet. Because the difference of 2% is the benchmark values. But unfortunately, and that is why I said he's populist.
So
So Mr. Atoye-Ford was actually speaking to Evans Mensah on PM Express last night. Let's go over to the phone lines now and speak to an international trade expert, Emmanuel Doni Kwame, for his thought on this. Thanks so much for your time, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So according to the NDC, the country could be sanctioned by the World Trade Organization and other trade bodies for the benchmark valuation. Are we at risk here?
If we talking of the WTO trade facilitation agreement, then I wouldn't say we'll be sanctioned based on that. But we already have laws over here. How will want us to relate a statement to our own laws? Because once you ratify an agreement, the next step is for you to notify the authorities of what you're doing. And as far as we're concerned, the TFA is captured in 3 categories. The category A talks about what you're doing now. And whatever you're doing now, it's either domesticated in your own laws, and that's the Customs Act 891. And the issue to do evaluation can be seen under subsection 67 and 68, where customs value is quite clear over there. And I guess he did explain himself very well, you know. With sanctions, I would say we've still not notified the WTO on whether we've not notified them on our various categories. So I wouldn't be an authority to say that we'll be sanctioned based on whether we implement the right thing or not.
I see.
But we always push for good international business practice. And that's why we really need to sit down to look at the various categories as far as the implementation of the TFA is concerned.
I see. I think
the attention should be given to the whole issue of customs valuation. Yeah.
I see. But I think the NDC's argument is that the reduction itself is illegal because benchmark valuation itself is illegal. Is that the case?
Benchmark, if you pick the Customs Act, there's no mention of benchmark value.
What is in there?
It's customs value.
Right.
And customs value is captured under 67 as the transaction value itself, and 68 as a figure when it cannot be determined. The transaction value cannot be determined when the customs value cannot be determined using the transaction value. I would even want to talk about the one of vehicles. That one is quite clear-cut. We have a formula in determining the value of the vehicle. You might even buy a vehicle for, let's say, $5,000 in Europe. Once it gets here, you might even get it for free, but you may still pay a huge duty for the vehicle. And people have been questioning why. Why
Right.
don't you use the cost of the car, how much I bought it in Europe? But they actually use the cost of a new car, and they look at the age, and then they look at the depreciation over the period, and that will be the transaction value that will be used. So 30% on that will be that value, So that's where the worry is as far as the cars are concerned.
So will you then say that the Vice President saying that the benchmark value, he is referring to the custom value?
Yeah, more or less. Because within the customs value, we have two. You can have the transaction value being maybe the what you have on your invoice, a brand new car. This is the cost.
Okay.
And then customs determines that transaction value is the customs value. Then under 68, when they cannot determine the real transaction value as the customs value, then there's a procedure, steps they have to take in working that one out.
I see. So quickly before we go, how significant do you think that the reduction will be at the ports?
I'm more worried about government revenue.
Right.
Government needs a lot of money, because we need to fix our roads. We need to do a lot of things, But I was more interested in the other fees and charges. There are a lot of other fees that need to be looked at.
Like the
NHIL. Vice President, the vice, about 15 or 16 of them,
Right.
other tariffs. So those are the ones that we believe they should look at those figures. And as the WTO is quite clear on that, that the service rendered should be commensurate with the fee being charged. So there's a process in determining those ones. And then those that are nuisance tariffs, we take them out.
All right. Thank you very much, Emmanuel Dodikwame, for your thoughts on that. And meanwhile, we want to go to our headline story. And the Ghana Gas Company says gas into the processing station at Aboase in the Western region will commence tomorrow, Friday, 5th, and will be completed on Saturday, April 2019.
According to the Ghana Gas Company, the scheduled 12-day shutdown has seen significant progress in the last few days. The company says work on vent lines of existing facilities have been decommissioned and tied to the new vent lines. Inlet tie-in works have also been completed and successful leakage tests conducted to about 87 bag. Work is also ongoing on the emergency shutdown valve termination. The inlet and outlet of the bypass facility have both been isolated and decommissioned, pending the uninstallation of the pipelines. Sandpapering, cleaning and painting of the new pipelines are ongoing, and they are expected to be completed tomorrow, Friday, 5th April 2019. Other works ongoing include filing and repositioning of the valve supports for the inlet valves to the separators, and also expected to be completed on the said date. It is expected that gas into the station for commissioning purpose only will start tomorrow, Friday, 5th April 2019, and completed on Saturday, 6th April 2019. Once completed, gas can be exported to VRA at Aboase on Sunday, 7th April 2019, ahead of target.
All right, that's all for business for now with me, Sandra Isenamap, and I'll surely be